Joseph is creating a collage for art class using milk cartons of different designs. He wants to approximate how many square inches of cardboard he can collect from one milk carton. Calculate the surface area of the milk carton. So the first thing we have to do is we have to decide what assumptions we're going to be making for this problem. And the first assumption is that we're looking at a square prism here, the big bottom part of the milk carton, and then a triangular prism here on top. We're also going to assume that there's not going to be any overlap at any of these seams, and that the top of the carton and any indentations on the carton will not contribute to the surface area. Now we're going to approximate the surface area. The surface area of the rectangular prism is equal to the sum of the areas of one base and the areas of the four congruent faces, right? So the base, the bottom here, and then the four faces which have the cow picture here on them. There's going to be four of those. And the base is 4 by 4, and each of the congruent faces is 4 by 9. So the area of the base, 4 times 4 is 16. The area of each of the faces is 4 times 9, which is 36. So we have 4 of those. So 36 times 4. And then we have one area of the base, so plus 16. So that gives us 160 total from the pictures of the cows here. Next, we're going to figure out the top part, the prism. So we'll be looking at the surface area of the triangular prism is the sum of the areas of two bases and the areas of two congruent faces. So they tell us that we've got this base here, and then we have these faces here. So to find the area of this, we're going to take 1/2 base times height, right? The height is 2, the base is 4. So 1/2 times 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8, and half of that is 4. And then to find the area of the face, we have to figure out this length here. So we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem because 2 is this one here, and then half of this base is 2. So we're going to take 2 squared plus 2 squared, and then we're going to take the square root of that to figure out this length right here. So 2 squared and 2 squared is 4 and 4, which is 8. So we're looking at the square root of 8 for this length, and then a length of 4 here. So the square root of 8 times 4. So the square root of 8 times 4. So 11.3 is this part that just says the word milk. And it says we've got, what does it say? We've got 2 bases and 2 congruent faces. So we have 2 of these and 2 of those. So I'm going to multiply this by 2, and then 2 of the bases would be 8. So I'm going to add 8. And that gives me 30.6. Now I'm going to add both of these totals together. So 30.6 plus 160. And that gives me 190.6. So he's going to have 190.6 square inches or inches squared of cardboard to use from each of his milk cartons in his collage.